my name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make sous vide beef tenderloin steaks. Now, we had beef tenderloin on sale this week in count of Mother's Day. In fact, today is Mother's Day. And it's been on sale all week, but I didn't get a chance to go to the store till today. And they only had 3 left. Unfortunately, I was looking for like a big center cut piece. I was going to cook the whole thing, but they only had kind of the tail section, which I've cut into steaks. Now, this is what you would call filet mignon normally, but normally I'd like a filet to be like maybe 2.5 inches thick. But since this piece was so thin, I could only get maybe around 1 inch in size, and some of these are even smaller than that. But I got a total of 8 steaks, so it's going to be more than enough to feed me and my family. Now, with any good piece of meat like this, especially a filet since it's so tender, you don't need to go crazy with the seasonings. I'm using kosher salt and some coarse black pepper, and then we're going to use some rosemary to season it in the bag. Man, this is going to be absolutely delicious. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so the next thing we need to do is season these steaks. As you can see, some of them look pretty good. This looks like a pretty good size filet mignon. Others of them are kind of little slivers just because they kind of got that end piece. But you know what? It'll all work out in the end. We got a total of 8 steaks, so we are fine. So, we're going to start with some kosher salt. And like I always tell you guys, if you are seasoning a tougher piece of meat, something that takes a longer time to sous vide cook, go ahead and use some interesting rubs with a lot of different flavors and spices in it. That's going to help enhance the flavor. Dixie's going crazy. And but if you're doing a nice piece of meat like this, a beef tenderloin, you don't need to go crazy on the seasonings. Good old salt and pepper works great. Alright guys, so like I said, a nice coarse black pepper blend. I should have done this in a tray because I'm getting black pepper all over my nice white cutting board, but that's okay. Alright guys, just like that. And I go a little hard on the pepper because I want a little peppery crust on that. Okay, kind of turn it over. And we'll season the other side. And then I'm going to get these in some sous vide bags. Now normally, I would cook this at 132. Since these are so thin, I think I'm going to go 131. And since they are so thin, I think the most thickness I got here is around 1 inch, around an hour and an hour and a half. Now if you're doing a 2.5 inch, you definitely want to increase the cooking time to make sure it heats up thoroughly all the way to the center of the meat. And if I had a bigger, thicker piece, I'd probably go 1 degree higher just to help the process along. But there you go, guys. Man, I'm looking forward to this. I haven't had a fillet in a long time. I normally don't eat fillets. I usually get either a New York strip or a ribeye, just because I like the little extra fat content in those steaks. And fillets typically, as you may know, doesn't have a lot of fat content. Just like that, guys. Nice pepper blend down there. Nice coarse pepper. Alright, what I'm going to do here after I pat these down, we're going to get these into some bags. I'm going to roll the sides here on the cutting board. Pick up this loose pepper, just like so. We'll be back in a second, guys. I'm going to heat up my bath. Like I said, sous vide bath, 131 degrees, guys. We're going to do these for around an hour, up to an hour and a half. We're cooking some other goodies too. Alright guys, I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, here they are, fully seasoned up. Cleaned off that cutting board. I'm going to get them in some Ziploc freezer bags. Since this is only going to be an hour to an hour and a half cook, I'm not worried about vacuum sealing these. I'll get them in the bag. We'll throw in some rosemary and into the sous vide bath. Be back in a minute. Alright guys, there they are. I decided to use 2-gallon freezer bags. I could have probably squeezed them all in one, but just, you know, so they're not too crowded. And I put some fresh rosemary on both sides, just to add a little bit of flavor. That's it guys, let's get them into the sous vide bath. Alright guys, I got the sous vide bath heated up to 131 degrees. Squeeze all the air out, close them up, and then just leave a little opening at the end. This is called the water displacement method. And hopefully these will be heavy enough that I'm not going to have to bother with trying to weigh them down. See, like that, they're just kind of floating. But as you push them under, it's going to force that water or the air in the bag to come out. There we go. So squeeze that last bit of water out. And then we're just going to attach them. And it looks like I'll probably have to use something to kind of keep them submerged. But let's get them both in first. Same thing with this here. So here's where you gotta get a little creative. Our main concern here is to keep everything underneath the water line. So I got some tongs here. And sometimes that's all you need to do is just kind of put them there, let them rest. There you go. Everything is under the water line. So we're exactly at 131 degrees. This is gonna give us the perfect medium rare. That's how I like it. When you're cooking a good piece of steak like this, you do not want to overcook it. But if you want it a little bit more medium, I would do 135 to 138. I really wouldn't recommend going higher than that just because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of sous vide cooking. You do want it to maintain some juiciness and some flavor, and so you don't want to cook it to death. So I'm doing 131 just mainly because these are so thin. So these I'm going to go for an hour to an hour and a half. So that's it guys. I'll be back in around an hour and a half, and we're going to finish them with a quick sear and a cast iron on the stovetop, and dinner will be served. I'll meet you guys back here in a little bit. All right, guys, time for a drink review. I'm having another beer from the brewery called the Brewing Project. The Brewing Project. They're out of Eau Claire. This is called Tip Top, and they say it is a Maibach lager with water, barley, and hops, 7.75% alcohol. It's got a pretty cool picture. It looks like a skeleton guy riding a goat on top of a mountain with skulls along the side of the mountain. Whatever that means. See, Kyle? Mm-hmm. This is my daughter Ava Grace and my son Kyle.
Hello.
Ava Grace loves smoothies, so we found one here. Simply Smoothie Orchard Berry. So that's what Ava Grace is going to have.
I gotta say this design's cool. The writing that says the Brewing Project with a J and a K.
Yeah. And then Kyle's having another soft drink. Oh, whoops. Almost knocked the camera over. Kyle's having another soda from Point Brewery. They make beers. They're out of Stevens Point, hence the name Point Brewery. But this is mango soda. I don't think I've ever seen a mango soda. Have you?
I'm pretty sure we have, haven't we?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I'm trying to think, there's a lot of fruit sodas.
Is that twist off, or does it need to be opened? The bottle?
Yeah.
Let's open her up.
I think.
Alright, we got a little ice in yours. There you go. You can pour that.
I'm gonna look that up after, and I'm gonna find like a million mango sodas. I'm gonna go.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but...
Didn't we, I think didn't Arizona do something like that? Although that's not soda, technically. It's juice, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's mango juice. I just don't think there's a soda. But I could be wrong. Alright. Ooh, this is thick, Ava Grace. Thick smoothie.
Oh, we did that one, forgot what it was. We did the Totally Gross, and I think that was like one of those like mango pineapple or something like that.
Alright, looks good. I like that it's in a big can. Cool artwork. Yeah, they actually have a brewery, and I think they serve food down there. Never been down there.
Time? No,
Yeah, well, just take it easy.
You see how it rises like that, Ava?
Yeah.
That's the carbonation coming up. I can't control how fast that comes up. So what I was doing is I was pouring, and it came up faster than I thought it would, and then it was spilling.
Yeah, and then it spills over. But okay. As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by and watching my video. Come on, guys, cheers. Cheers to our viewers. Thanks for stopping by, guys. All right. This is good. I taste, I think it's barley what I'm tasting. It's not super hoppy. There's a little bit of hoppiness, but the initial flavor, yeah, I think that's the barley. It's very strong. But it's smooth. I mean, for something that's 7.7% alcohol, that's very smooth. They make one beer, their most popular, I think, it's called Gunpowder IPA, that I really like. You can get it at a lot of the restaurants out here on tap, and you can get it in 12 packs at most stores, but that one's really good. Hey Val, you drank the whole thing. Alright, so what do you think of your, was it Orchard Berry? Orchard Berry Simply Smoothie. How is it? Or how was it?
So
look at the camera and say how it is.
It's really what it says, Orchard Berry, and I love how it gives that, like, berry flavor. It's a real berry flavor, which is good.
I can tell you loved it.
Yeah, we can all tell you loved it. Alright Kyle, how about your Point Premium Mango Soda?
This, it reminds me honestly a lot of juice because it isn't all too carbonated. And, yeah, it reminds me of, it tastes familiar because now, I don't know, it has a similar taste, like, before drinking this even, I could kind of picture what it tasted like, and it does, like, it does kind of have that mango taste that I was thinking in my head, which is why now I'm like, now I'm curious. I'm like, what if I drank that's mango that's similar to this?
Maybe you had this in the past, we just don't remember it, because I don't remember it.
Well, okay, even if I did though, there's like other mango soda out there, but it's just
well, who knows? If you guys know of a mango soda, put it down in the comments.
It's driving me crazy now.
Alright guys, again, thanks for watching the video. We're going to have some good food here shortly. We'll be back shortly, guys. Alright guys, the last thing I'm going to make here and prepare before those steaks are ready are some sauteed mushrooms. Now you don't have to do any of this, you can just do the steak, but I like a good mushroom on my steak. It's going to make a nice little sauce. So we're going to start off with some olive oil here. We'll just get this heated up. And I got a pound of mushrooms here. So let me get this heated up here. Get these mushrooms going. They're going to take a little bit to reduce down. So we're going to add, here's 8 ounces mushrooms here. And then I got another 8 ounces here. Alright. Alright guys, these have been cooking for a couple minutes here. I'm just going to cut a couple slabs of butter on here. You kind of want to add a little bit of liquid here to let these saute down. And I got some minced garlic here. This isn't fresh. I know, I apologize, but more convenient. I'm going to put a couple teaspoons of the minced garlic on there. And then my favorite word to pronounce, Lee and Perrins. Can I just say that? No, I have to say what it is. Worcestershire. However you want to pronounce it, no matter how I say it, I always have comments of people saying, oh, you didn't say it right. And I'm going to put a little bit of this in. This adds some delicious flavor. Just going to kind of reduce this down. It's going to be delicious. And then last but not least, I got some of this Better Than Bouillon premium roasted beef base. Now I'm just going to put this in here because there's going to be some liquid that comes out of these mushrooms. I'm just going to put a couple globs here just to add a little bit of this beef flavor, like so. Whoop. And we'll give it a good stir. Yeah, we're just going to let this simmer. I got this on like medium-low heat. We just want these to cook, reduce down. And we might have to add a little bit of warm water if we think it's necessary, but I don't really think it will be because some water is going to be released when these mushrooms start to cook down and the butter melts and everything else. So there you go, guys. We got around 25 minutes, half hour left on those steaks in the sous vide. So this should be ready just in time. Guys, here we are, simmering good. I'm going to reduce it down to low. You can see the mushrooms reduced down. We definitely got some liquid, like I said, which is perfect. It's going to be a delicious broth to this. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, like so, not too much, and a little bit of fine ground black pepper. Give that a good stir. Yeah, let these go for a little bit more. We just want to make sure those mushrooms are nice and tender. These are going to be delicious on top of those steaks. Alright guys, I mean, how easy is that? That's what I love about sous vide cooking. You can prepare all these side dishes while the meat is cooking in the sous vide bath. All we're going to do is we're going to finish it off right here on the stovetop in a cast iron pan. It's going to be absolutely delicious. We'll be back in a little bit, guys. Right, guys, it's been around an hour and a half. I'm going to stop the sous vide machine. We're going to get these out. And most of you know this already if you are familiar with sous vide cooking or watched any of my videos. What we're going to do now, well, let me just show you these first here in the bag. They don't look very appetizing. There's a little bit of liquid in here, but probably not too much because this meat is so tender. I'm going to take these out, put them on some paper towels. We're going to blot them dry on both sides so they're nice and dry. This is going to guarantee we're going to get a good sear on them. So let me take these out of the bag. We'll be back in a second. Guys, here they are. Just take them out of the bag, put them on some paper towels. They don't look very appetizing. I still got to remove some of that rosemary. What we want to do is we want to dry them off very well because they're not going to be able to get a good sear if they're still wet. So that's one of the secrets of sous vide cooking, drying them off. Man, I could tell already they are super tender. So I'm just going to keep blotting them dry here with a few paper towels. We're going to kind of turn them over as well. Just kind of try to move them to a dry part of the towel here. Re-tap, re-blot, get them nice and dry. If you think they need to be re-seasoned, you can do that as well, but I don't think so because as you can tell, you can still see that black pepper and that salt. So I think these are fine. Now remember, they're perfectly cooked. Well, we got some rosemary here. They're perfectly cooked, although they don't necessarily look like that right now because they're kind of unappetizing, but that's where a good sear comes in. Now you can sear these any number of ways. You can do it on a real hot charcoal grill. You can do it with a grill gun, which I call the flamethrower. You can even broil it in your oven. I'm going to use a cast iron frying pan right on my stove top. We're going to heat it up with some oil and some butter and a little bit of garlic and baste it. Man, it's going to be delicious. So there they are, guys. Let me continue to blot these off. We'll be back in a second. All right, guys, here they are, dried off. I put them on a plate here. You can see they're perfectly seasoned. Like I mentioned, if it looks like some of that season had rubbed off, you can apply some more, but these are perfect. I'm heating up a cast iron pan with some olive oil on the stovetop. I'll meet you over there. We'll give this a quick sear and dinner will be served. All right, guys, I have a cast iron pan here heated up. We're going to add a little olive oil. We want to get this kind of nice and hot. So we definitely want a little bit of hot sear on these steaks. We'll make sure that's coated. I got it on 4. We'll turn it up to 6. This is the hottest burner. Oh, see, there we go. It's starting to smoke. That's what I want. A little bit of smoke action. Alright, now we're going to throw these steaks on. Now look, guys, the only thing we're doing here is to put a crust on them. Now look, these are perfectly cooked and they already look pretty good. I could probably eat them just like that. But we just want to put a good sear on them. So, you know, before I throw them on, I think I'm going to throw a little bit of butter on there. just a yeah. Yeah, look at that, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Put a couple pads of butter. Yeah, there we go. All right, now let's throw these steaks on. Yeah, there we go. See, that's what we want to hear. And we're only going to do these, guys, for around a minute on each side. Normally I would do these in batches, but I can fit everything in this cast iron. Here we go. We'll give it around 60 seconds and we'll flip them over. Oh man, guys, look at this simmer. Oh, it smells wonderful. All right. Run another 30 seconds, we'll flip them over. Okay, guys, we are approaching a minute. I'm just gonna kind of turn that, rotate the pan there to make sure everything is getting coated and simmering nicely. All right, guys, let's give them a flip. There we go. Guys, like another minute and we are done. Dinner will be served, man. It smells wonderful. We're going to add some of that mushroom. Monica's made some mashed potatoes and gravy. We also have some seasoned Brussels sprouts. Man, we're going to be eating good tonight. Be back in a minute. All right, guys, here they are on the cutting board. Look at these things. Now, you know what? They're not as thick as I would have liked. Like I told you in the beginning, I would have preferred these to be more like a filet you get in a high-end restaurant, you know, 2.5 inches thick. But you know what? I got the tail piece. I'll deal with it. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be tasty. Seasoned just right. All right, let's plate up a plate, and I'll be back with the family to give this a sample in just a second. All right, guys, here's that wonderful steak, some mashed potatoes, those wonderful Brussels sprouts that Monica made. Now we're going to top that steak off with some of these sauteed mushrooms. Yeah, I mean, this is better than the steakhouse, I think, right here.
It smells really good.
Yeah, put some of that sauce on there. Yeah, just like that. That's good.
Maybe a little bit of sauce. There we go. How's that look?
Looks perfect. Okay. Now we just need a little gravy for the mashed potatoes.
Right.
I made some mushroom gravy as well. Oh man, look at this, guys.
A little more. Look at that. Oh yeah.
There we go, guys. Be back with the family. We'll slice into one. Give this a taste in just a second. Guys, we're going to cut into one of these. I'm going to cut right down the center. We're going to see how this looks. Oh, there we go, guys. I hope the light's good for that. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Perfect medium rare. Let me slice some thin slices here. I'll get Monica and Kyle out. We'll give this a sample. Just to show you guys here. Look at that, guys. Alright, I'll slice a few more slices. We'll get the family out. Give us a sample. And guys, here we are. Sliced up. Look at this. Medium rare. I did 131. Like I said, normally I would go 132 to 135, but this is fine. These are thin, perfectly cooked. I'll get the family out here. We'll give this a sample in just a second. Welcome back, guys. I'm here with my family, my wife Monica, my son Kyle.
Hi.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy this meal, although you helped cook the Brussels sprouts and the mashed potatoes and gravy.
That was minor compared to what you did.
But look, okay, I cut some pieces up, guys.
Ooh,
Come on.
It looks really good.
Let's grab a piece.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone give this a sample.
Okay.
Now I did it a little less temperature than I normally did just because these steaks are kind of thin, but...
Okay. Well, they look really good. I like mine a little on the rare side anyway.
Okay,
So.
well let's give this... Thanks for watching, guys.
Cheers, guys. Oh.
It's very tender compared to normal steak. You notice that? It almost like melts in your mouth.
Oh,
You
wow.
notice that now?
No, that's
How it's
good.
very tender?
I like that. I do like that, actually.
And
Oh,
if you can buy that beef tenderloin in the whole thing and slice it, you can save money versus buying the filet mignon.
Mignon. Well, how do you say it?
Filet mignon. If you buy that already cut up at the butcher, you're going to pay more than if you buy a beef tenderloin. Of course, it's going to be more expensive because you're going to get a lot more meat.
Oh my gosh,
But
it's
yeah,
good.
if you can slice it up, wow.
Wow.
Oh, Kyle, you should try here. You
This
try
is
this
really
piece, Kyle,
good.
a little bit of the end.
This is really, really good.
That's got some crust on it. Tell me how you like that crust.
More
All
spice.
it is salt and coarse ground black pepper.
Oh my gosh. I'm in heaven right now.
I think this is perfect for Mother's Day, but this would
Oh.
also be perfect for like any given occasion. Like this is, I mean, Father's Day's.
Yeah, just around the corner. Yeah, that's true.
Right. I'm going to eat this big.
So
You know
yeah,
what? That's great. Yeah, for
this
Father's
would be
Day.
the perfect thing to get
Yeah.
you done.
Yeah. I mean, it could be for anything really. I mean, you want to have a good get together and you want to really impress, and you can find this.
I mean,
on
look at
sale.
that plate, guys. You put a little mushrooms on there,
This
some
is
Brussels
good.
sprouts, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Mmm.
I'm gonna eat all this if you don't stop me.
And look, you don't really need any more seasonings, do you?
No.
That's got just salt and pepper. I mean, that's it.
And
a little,
garlic.
no, I didn't put garlic
No
in
garlic?
Garlic is
Oh.
in mushrooms.
Oh,
You can taste a little bit of the rosemary,
This
can
is-
you?
I
There's
can.
a little bit of the rosemary
that's what
flavor.
I'm tasting. I thought it was maybe garlic.
No,
but maybe
it's the
not.
rosemary.
Okay. This
I
is
can
really
taste
good.
it.
No, I can.
You got a good piece of meat like this, guys.
This is
You don't
really
need
good.
all that.
Oh my gosh, how tender is that too? Look at that. I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
it.
it literally like melts in your mouth.
It is beyond.
But if you
good.
do make this for your family, be careful because then you're going to get invited to every family gathering. You're going to be in
True.
charge of making the turkey this year, the Christmas ham or
Welcome
whatever.
to my life.
No, you're right.
They're never going to leave you alone. They're going to be knocking down your door.
Yeah, they're always like, oh, you gotta make this, gotta make
Yeah,
that.
you're right. That's
Which I
okay.
don't mind. I enjoy cooking. As always, guys, if you like the video, please hit the like button. The logo on my shirt here is the logo on the bottom of the screen there. If you click on that, it allows you to subscribe to my channel. Please do that because it really helps my channel grow.
And the more he talks about his channel, the more I can eat. No,
Yeah.
you keep talking, and
I'm
we'll
gonna
keep
eat a little
eating.
bit too. And I'll leave a link above and below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. That's where I have all my video recipes, photos, the whole bit, links to my videos. Go
Oh.
check that out as well. And yeah, I appreciate you
thing.
stopping by. Oh, one more thing.
One more thing.
Okay.
Ava Grace, who had to go to bed, who has medicine that makes her tired, has asked me to ask, or me to say, please, every mother out there in YouTube world,
Every one of you.
have a very happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you can enjoy a meal as good as this.
Yes.
All right, guys. Again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Boom. Mine. Oh, I didn't mean to
no,
take
copy. You can take it.
Nope. Good.
Good stuff.
If you aren't a mother, don't feel excluded. Have a day for yourself or something.
Don't feel excluded. This is Mother's Day.
There you go. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
For real.